Hey guys, this is Jeff from That Bold Life, your weekly source for Christian education, motivation, and inspiration. Today's video is a little bit different. I'm actually collaborating with a few other Christian YouTubers to do a Christian tag. We're going to have a playlist of a bunch of us doing this Christian tag and just answering these questions. So if you look at the description below, you'll find that. Now let's talk about these Christian questions. Now, to be fair to you guys, I haven't read through any of these questions yet. I just know there's a Christian tag, and several of us Christian YouTubers are going to do it. Alright, so it's mostly going to be unedited and uncut. I'm just going to read it, give you a solid answer, hopefully, and move on. First question, what is your testimony? Who were you before Christ, and who are you now? So actually, I've done an entire video on my testimony, how I went from agnostic to Christian, and you can check it out here if you haven't watched it. But basically, I grew up agnostic. I grew up knowing about Jesus and knowing about religion, but never really letting it affect my life and never come into my life. I figured God didn't matter if He were real, and if not, I had nothing else to lose. I was in a pretty bad car accident when I was 17 and felt kind of the intervention of God in my life, but it wasn't until I was about 21 and I was already a youth leader that I got saved at a youth pastor conference and surrendered my life to ministry, to Jesus. So that whole story is outlined right here again. So go check it out and leave me a comment on that story, okay? All right, question 2. What is your favorite Bible verse? Why and what does it mean to you? Wow, that's a tough one. Wow. So I guess I'm gonna have to say Romans 1:16. I have a lot of favorite Bible verses, but I think Romans 1:16 really shapes my life, and it says, "Do not be ashamed of the gospel, because it is the power of Jesus Christ who saves both the Jew and then the Gentile." Roughly, that's it. That verse says to me, though, that do not be ashamed of the gospel. I mean, it tells me, it's basically the meaning of my channel. I looked at Romans 1:16, it says, do not be ashamed of the gospel. And I said, well, what's the opposite of being ashamed? And it's being bold. So that bold life is that unashamed life. And I just want to remember every day when I go out that I'm not ashamed of Jesus, but I am proud to be a Christian. I am proud to be a disciple of Jesus. So I let that verse kind of saturate and shape and mold my life. Is Romans 1:16. Next question is, what denomination are you? What are your beliefs on denominations in the church? Wow, these are hard-hitting questions. I should have read through these before I volunteered for this. So my church is Grace Community Church in Crossville, Tennessee. Amazing church, amazing pastor, amazing staff. Our volunteers are awesome. I am a youth pastor at that church. But we are a non-denominational church, and my personal beliefs on denominations aren't really positive ones. I don't really believe in denominations within the church. I see the purpose and I see the reason we have them, but to me they create more division than they do anything else. I would rather all Christians come together and just be Christians and leave out the names. That's just my opinion. Some people love denominations. A lot of denominations stick to their guns. We are non-denominational. With that said, we do have Baptist and Pentecostal roots, so you know that kind of filters its way in. But yeah, I don't necessarily like denominations, but I do see the usefulness of them. Don't hate me, okay? So question 4. What is your favorite Christian song or hymn? Man, I should have been prepared. So my favorite Christian song is probably still My Lighthouse by Ren Collective. Love those guys. And at the youth pastor conference that I got saved at, they were performing. And I count a lot of that experience to their performance. And just their worship to God and leading me, an unbeliever, into worship of God. So yeah, Ren Collective, My Lighthouse is probably... No, I take that back. Not My Lighthouse. Build Your Kingdom Here. Build Your Kingdom Here. That one. I remember them playing that at that conference, being an unbeliever, being led to worship with Build Your Kingdom Here. Fantastic song. Awesome group of individuals. Notable mention for that one actually is 10th Avenue North, I Have This Hope. Love that song too. All right, question 5. What kind of church do you attend? What are your main beliefs of your church? What are the main beliefs of your church? So yeah, I attend a non-denominational church that I attend and I minister at. Our basic beliefs are your typical Christian beliefs. Jesus is the Son of God, He's equal parts of the Trinity, that we are saved by grace and not by works. It's free unmerited grace. I think that's your typical essential beliefs. Okay, question 6. What is your favorite Christian book besides the Bible? Man, and I can't even think of the name of it right now, but Jefferson Bethke wrote the book for Jesus Greater Than Religion. Is that the name of it? I think it may be Jesus Greater Than Religion. I'm not much of, I have to say, I'm not much of a reader, but I listen to my books, and I got his book on Audible, which unfortunately I'm not sponsored by, but I got his book on Audible, and I remember listening to it before I worked at the church at my old job, and man, that book just poured into me. Jefferson Bethke, keep it up, man. Your books are killer. By the way, if you're not familiar with Jefferson Bethke, he has an awesome YouTube channel. You can also check it out here, but I have a lot more questions, so don't leave. I'll have it linked in the description below, so you can go check it out there, okay? So question 7. Have you been baptized? When? How? What was your personal experience? So yes, I was baptized. Oddly, following my story, after I was a youth leader, I was baptized probably about a year later with my wife. We were baptized on the same day. Our pastor did it. We were baptized by immersion. So I've been baptized. All right, question 8. What is your favorite book in the Bible and verse in that book? Wow, man. I'm terrible at favorites. I should let you know I'm really bad at favorites. Just because I like so much. See, I can almost tell you my favorite chapter in the Bible, but I don't know if it's my favorite book. My favorite, is that in here? Favorite chapter? No, okay. So it's not, but my favorite chapter in all the Bible is Hebrews 11. I just absolutely love how the writer of Hebrews just outlines all these great men of faith who had great things happen, and then those that didn't have great things happen. It's just, I love that. So favorite book though, favorite book of the Bible. I've just got to go with the Gospels, man. I love the Gospel of John. Gospel of John's where I started reading when I first became a Christian. And I just love the life and times and all the amazing things that Jesus did. So yeah, the Gospel of John. Favorite verse is probably John 3:16 and 17. Which is, for God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, so that whoever believes in Him shall not perish but have eternal life. But then John 3:17 is awesome. A lot of people don't really catch 3:17 because that's following, the thesis statement of the entire New Testament, But John 3:17 says that the Son of Man did not come to condemn the world, but through Him it might be saved. And that is a very, just straight from my memory, rough translation of it. But yes, powerful verses, power verses. Okay, question 9. What is your favorite thing about your church? Man, the community. The community, definitely. We have awesome worship, and we have amazing preaching, and we have a phenomenal kids ministry, but I just love all the awesome people that we're surrounded with. We are very much a family-oriented church, so we have just phenomenal teachers teaching all the way from our toddlers up to our high schoolers, and then our preaching is awesome, and we all come together. We just had our yearly event, Goodstock, where the entire church meets out at a house with a lot of property, and we fish and we cook out, and there's live music. There's like a bouncy house. We had baptisms. We actually baptized 8 people, and just a couple days ago. So that's awesome. So definitely the community, yeah, and just the family environment. I love it. All right. So question 10. What do you feel is the biggest struggle in the church today? Oh man, I know my answer. I'm just trying to word it. It's definitely like hypocrisy or judgment. It's not necessarily hypocrisy or judgment. It's that people assume that the church is judgmental and that we're hateful and that we're hypocritical, when that's the exact opposite of what Jesus called us to be. So yeah, I think that's the biggest challenge today, is showing that we truly love people and we're not here to judge or condemn them, that as Christians we don't think we're perfect. Alright guys, this video is getting a little bit long, so then I'm going to split it into 2 sections. That was the first 10 of the Christian tag. The following 10 are coming up in video number 2, which you can catch right here. If you enjoyed today's content, be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Leave me a comment. If you are a YouTuber, do this tag. Alright guys, keep living that bold life.